What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be discussing a future possible Warthunder event, and it is going to be on the AH-56. Now, if you guys are not familiar with what the AH-56 is, it is the predecessor to the Apache. It was born during the losses of Cobras in Vietnam because the United States Army wanted a new attack helicopter. And they wanted one that was fast and had good weapon payloads and would especially be useful against the Soviet Union and anti-tanks, and that was what was born out of the AH-56. Now, what is really noticeable about this helicopter is the fact that it has a pusher prop. Now, the AH-56 would be fairly nimble, not quite as nimble as a Cobra, but it's still fairly nimble. It has a good payload option. You'd get the BGM-71 tow missiles, and you'd get your rockets, unguided rockets, and you have a couple of chin-mounted guns, and I believe you could also carry gun pods. So you do get a pretty notable weapon kit found on like the Cobras in the same era. So you'd probably see this helicopter sit at like maybe 9.3. That's a little bit higher than like the UH-1Cs, but it's a little bit lower than the AH-1F. It would carry, probably, I believe it can carry up to 8 of the tow missiles and then carry rocket pods, but I am not 100% sure on that. I do think it would be very nice to see a event helicopter. We've only seen one, and that was many, many years ago, and that was the American H-34, and that helicopter is now $150 US. So it's up there in the price, and so we haven't had a helicopter event in a long time now. One thing I wanted to also say is, if we do get the H-34 and it was data mined, or the H-56 and it was data mined, that it would be the second event helicopter, but it'd also be the second U.S. event helicopter. We've only ever had event helicopters that were the U.S., and we've only ever had one event helicopter, and so it really would be very cool to see, yes. But I am curious if Gaijin has any ideas to ever implement possibly event helicopters of other nations, possibly. I do believe the AH-56 has a really good place in Warthunder as an event vehicle, or possibly a premium or squadron vehicle. I think it makes the most sense to be an event vehicle, as the U.S. already has several premiums and a squadron helicopter in the tech tree. So another event helicopter would be very nice. Like I said, I do foresee it being at like 9.3 or 8.7. I don't really think it'd be any higher. It does not get Hellfires. It gets the early tow missiles, and then it has, like I said, it has the unguided rockets and the guns, which it would be nice to have. If you guys look at the helicopter itself, if you look at pictures, it has the cockpit of the OV-10 Bronco. So that's another aircraft I actually think we should see at Warthunder at some point. Another noticeable thing about the helicopter is that it is actually a decently sized helicopter. It does have a pilot and a gunner. And then it has the two engine outputs on the left, or the air intakes on the left and right of the helicopter, and it has a very large rotor system, and it has the large wings to carry the weapon pylons. So it is a fairly large helicopter. I do think it'd be fun to play in Warthunder. I think you'd have just a higher speed Cobra, basically. I don't believe it has any sort of thermals on the targeting pod or on a targeting pod or anything like that. It might. I haven't done a lot of research on this helicopter. I do think, like I said, I do think it would be very cool to see in Warthunder. I think if we do see it as an event vehicle, expect it probably a couple weeks or a week or two after the Fiat event is over. So that would be in like the middle of probably either early May or possibly June. I think we could see this helicopter coming as an event vehicle. Just because it was data mined doesn't mean it's going to come, but I do think it is a very unique helicopter that actually does deserve a spot in Warthunder. So I think we will see it at some point. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below on the AH-56. Do you guys think it's a helicopter that we should see in Warthunder, or do you guys think it's pretty much obsolete and shouldn't get added? Also, if you guys are not already subscribed, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing. Only about 7% of my current viewers are subscribed, and it helps out the channel, and it means a lot to me. Let me know your thoughts down below on the AH-56, and I hope to see you guys in a later video.